We are good. Look at that. Look at that. You can even before we load in, you can see the flags. You can see where they are.
I just see country names.
Yeah.
Or are you seeing flags?
Well, I mean, that's what I mean. Country names, you know? You're ready. You're ready for this.
I mean, flags and country names are different. You know?
I guess.
Hello, here we are, Everdream LE. We have our green Terran player playing for Icebound Esports. It is FoxeR.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Everdream LE, we have the Costa Rican Zerg player representing Team T-Stop Gaming. It is EON.
What is TSOP?
I don't know what it stands for. What I do know is that it is a mainly Chilean team, which is why there's a Chilean flag on the mascot.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a potato. I don't I don't know what the mascot is, but yeah.
Okay. Maybe. Alright. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if it's like related to like arepas or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, EON, he is probably, I think confidently, he is like the best player from Costa Rica, representing that nation, that country. So yeah, we'll see how he does here. As FoxeR, this time he is going for that Reaper. He's not, you know, being greedy or overly safe, even, if you will. You know, he's going for that scouting information.
Yeah, no Hellion and Marine job, but you know, so just chilling. We're Chilean, right?
Oh, ooh.
Sending the SCV out, you know, just for the scout. You know, pretty standard nowadays, I guess. Apparently, SV scouting's a thing for TVZ. Yeah, whatever.
I remember 2-3 years ago when you were like, man, you can't afford to SCV scout. No one does that. It is pretty standard nowadays in the current year.
Can't afford to SCV scout, man. I'm just saying. It's too much money.
You're like, you've lost. You've SCV scouted. You can't do that. It's not a thing. Oh my god.
What's with this guy getting these drones, man?
Oh, was he too greedy though? Oh. Wow. Did you see that movement? Did you see that movement?
Dude. How?
Wow.
How? Where do I get these Reaper moves?
Wow.
Like, did you stop by like Amazon or something and you like picked up some Reaper moves? Were they on sale?
So,
like,
fun fact, he does have an alt account that is called, I know we were actually discussing this the other day, but it is called Maru Fanboy. I don't know if that comes into play with the way that he can control his Reaper, but you know, he's trying. Maybe it should be Beyond Fanboy, I don't know.
Have you seen Maru ever control Reapers like that though?
Right? Are we saying that FoxeR has better Reaper control than Maru?
I'm not saying that. I was just asking, have you ever seen Maru control Reapers like that though?
No, I have not. I haven't.
Like the most I ever see Maru control one unit is probably like a medevac.
Yeah. I would agree with that, actually, to be honest. Yeah, so we'll see if that comes into play. I mean, FoxeR, he does scout the Rochewarren that's being thrown down at the front. So, like, he's aware that the potential is there. I'm pretty sure that EON is familiar with how FoxeR plays. I was about to say FoxeR may be going into Meg, but man, we got Stim on the way.
We got Stim.
Got Stim.
Am I excited? I don't know.
You're like, I don't know what to expect from this guy. I don't know. I've never seen him play Bio.
But there's Hellions in the main, apparently. And how many drones? 1, 2.
They're lining
5.
up.
Okay.
They're lining up.
6. Ooh, 6. But he did see the roaches, and that's a lot of roaches. That's not like, you know, I'm defending your Hellion roaches. That's I'm gonna come to your front base and try to fucking kill you amount of roaches.
Oh yeah. That's exactly what that says right now. Those roaches. And they're pushing out across the map. Meanwhile, as you said, it was important that he scouted it, but he's already getting a third base. To be fair, he merely threw down a bunker. He's got a tank on the way. It's gonna be a while though, and the roaches, they're already here.
No Ravagers for these roaches, so it's just all roaches.
True. There's no high ground vision.
No high ground vision, nothing to snipe. These roaches are what these roaches get, and that tank's gonna be pew-pewing away. That's a top supply depot is gonna go down for 100%.
Yeah.
You could probably even hit that command center.
You probably could. The Sim City of FoxeR working a little bit against him there. Like the supply depot, and like there was like a wall and he couldn't really get around to it. But you know, I guess some damage was done with the roaches, I guess.
Didn't lose any, I think. Yeah, didn't lose any.
Nice.
I just don't know what he's gonna do with those roaches now.
Yeah, it's kind of like wasted supply. It's like expensive supply. Like it's quite a bit, so it's not really ideal. But I guess he did scout the bunker. Like he saw the tank as well. Like he knows, even though he hasn't gone into the main base to see the production, I think he can deduce that, you know, it is bio. It's not like Ferrari mech or anything like that.
Yeah, I guess you can assume that it's bio, but I don't see a Baneling nest going down. I see it range attack being researched and roach speed. So I'm like, is he just going full roaches? Is he playing Roach Hydra Corruptor?
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
I mean, roaches in TVZ, I've seen Roach Hydra Lurker come to play. And especially because of the lurker buffs in recent patches, so that can work. But again, like I generally don't really like Roach Ravager like against bio in the mid game. Like it just feels so clunky. It can work, don't get me wrong, but it's not ideal.
All right, we got a 2 medevac drop trying to go into the main, but Roach is already there, prepared, ready to defend anything that's coming along. FoxeR can't really do much damage. Did clear up some creep, but you know, not the area where he probably wanted to clear up.
Yeah, meanwhile, it looks like he's getting ready for some more drops. You know, he's just got his upgrades on the way. He's getting a third base established. I love the way he spread out his Marines. He has them like on the edges of creep. But EON, he notices, you know, he's looking to get rid of them, making sure he can actually spread the creep. But I think it's really cool. It's something you don't see too often from Terran players.
Yeah. I see that. This drop just still clearing out more creep, sniping off a queen, which is pretty nice, honestly. But EON's still getting more roaches and ravagers.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I mean, the problem with this roach ravager, oh my god, he's gonna get into the middle line.
That's a lot of drones dead.
That's the entire mineral line. Only literally 2 drones escaped. 16 drones went down there.
And I think that's gonna trigger EON to push, because yeah, that's a lot of roaches he's got to use. And honestly, if they're staying at home, they're not doing anything, and they're kind of useless.
Yeah, and maybe
the hunt begins.
Who's hunting though right now? Because FoxeR, like, he's got 3 tanks in position, 4, 5. Look at that tank positioning, even on the high ground.
Are we gonna go for the flank? It's gonna go for the pincer move. Roaches from the top, roaches from the mid. Is there enough bios to shoot down to one-shot the tanks? Bios are going off. One tank does go down, but a lot of roaches have already gone down as well. More tanks going down. All the tanks have been killed off, but there is still a bit of bio, and there is 2 tanks still on the high ground, but 20 SCVs have been killed. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if that's a good trade.
I don't know, like, I mean, there are drops on the other side of the map, but they are kind of getting cleaned up, and honestly, like, that was really well done. I didn't think that EON would get as much damage as he did, like 20 SCVs on top of the low ground times. Oh, the biles!
That was a good bile.
Oh yeah, that was enough to like swing things a little bit more in his favor, so he can trade a little bit better. At the same time, though, the drops on the other side of the map, they're getting a little bit out of hand.
Oh my god. Remember how I said that queens are so thick, they're like a wall? That queen was not moving. Oh! Alright.
No GG?
No, don't GG. Okay. Sure.
Ooh, yeah. And we didn't really get to go into it, but the reason why Roach Ravager can be so clunky, as we saw, is that drops can really abuse you because your anti-air is really limited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree. I completely agree.
Yeah, and I mean that's what we saw, right? Like, it was to be fair, the push honestly was surprisingly really good. Like, I didn't think that it would deal as much damage as it did. It's just, you know, it's just that drop defense, right?
Yeah, like I mean, he did lose 20 SCVs, but you know, I don't think 20 SCVs for all those roaches and ravagers was worth it. If it was that many roaches and ravagers for 20 SCVs, I would probably take that trade, knowing that there were two drops, like I don't know, like 3 drop ships full of marines across the map, like ready to do damage. Like that's a favorable trade, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, yeah. And with that, FoxeR takes game number 1. Hopefully EON, you know, he can like brush that match off and then, you know, get into game number 2. And he isn't like too tilted. I don't know if the no GG was indicative of maybe him being a little bit upset, or maybe he just wanted to get into the next game. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. So yeah, hopefully he doesn't take the loss too hard, and we'll see what he can do in game number 2, because yeah, I don't know how I feel about the way he played, because part of me feels like he went into the game wanting to go for like these aggressive roach pushes regardless of what his opponent was doing, but
it wasn't really aggressive too, like like it was like kind of like a half-assed roach push. I feel like generally roach pushes are like, you know, really early, you know, hit them hard, or like you max out like super quick and you go. Right. But this one was just like, he was like somewhat, he had like a somewhat deep like sized roach army, had what, roach speed and like 1-1, I guess, and then he decided to go, but it was like kind of just like a weird time. You know, like the Terran player should already have siege tanks out. Should already be in a good defensive position. There's dropships out. Like, I don't know. It was just weird.
For sure.
Well, anyways, here we are. Eternal Empire LE. We have our green Terran player who's up 1 game, probably feeling good about that game. It is Icebound Esports FoxeR. I keep saying Icebound Gaming.
It's always one or the other.
Yeah, right?
And speaking of the other, in the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have the Costa Rican Zerg player representing T-Sub Gaming. It is EON.
Map choice is loser's pick, right?
I'm pretty sure they did vetoes beforehand.
Right, so like they do vetoes and then like loser picks the next map, right?
I think it was beforehand. Pretty sure it was beforehand.
So like they do vetoes, they have a map list?
Yes.
And then they just play them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so. I'm not too sure if like maybe it is like loser's pick, and maybe like the map pick isn't like as hard enforced, but I do know that there are vetoes at least, so yeah. And I mean, yeah, we'll see. We are going to be on Eternal Empire, which is a much larger map. This could be a little bit better for EON because it does mean like it's a little bit more, it takes a little bit longer for for drops to push out across the map. But at the same time, because it's bigger, it can be harder to spot them, right? So, I don't know. It's pros and cons.
We're gonna get another Roach push again.
I hope not. Honestly, I hope not. I hope not. But it's hard to say because like, what if FoxeR plays mech? You know, then that kind of thing is a little bit more ideal, like against Ferrari mech, right?
Yeah. I guess. Oh, hey, it's a Reaper. Oh. What do you know? It's a Reaper. The third was denied by the SCV. This Reaper is gonna get this drone. All right, the Reaper doesn't get the drone. Just walks right on by, and
yeah.
So everyone's here waiting, but I don't think they're gonna get the Reaper. How many kills is this Reaper gonna get? Lately, FoxeR's Reapers have been getting an average of 2 kills at least.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Something important to note is that right now FoxeR does not know about the third base. I don't think he saw the drone moving on his minimap. Like he wasn't looking at the time. So yeah, he's completely unaware, and he may think that his opponent is going for some kind of 2 base, like push or something along those lines.
You think that would make him play more defensively, or do you think he's gonna just be like more aggressive?
I think it kind of depends on whether like he commits his Reaper to scout because he's afraid of something. And I mean, to be fair, there's a very fast lair on the way, and oh, he's gonna scout it.
Reaper does scout it. Is it gonna be Spire play? I don't see any gases going down, so
yeah. I mean, if I were EON, like I would wait until the Reaper dies before like really showing my hand, right? So
yep.
We'll see. There's a decent amount of queens on the way.
Close to the Nidus.
It could be. It could be. Like he's already got 3 queens. He's gonna have 5 and he's making a bunch of wings. So it very much so could be a Nidus.
There is a Marine patrolling the outskirts of the base. I like FoxeR's decision going Banshees because of the possibility of Roach Ravager is pretty good in like a 2 base, and Banshees are pretty good against that, you know.
Yeah, it's really
skirt around.
It's important to bear in mind. Oh, he's going with his SCV as well. Like he still thinks that it's 2 base. Like he has not seen that third whatsoever. And when he scans,
I didn't see the Spire.
Ooh, okay, so he sees the Spire, and of course Eon, he did take all 4 of his gases, so he's aware of the Muta play incoming. Meanwhile, ooh, we have an armory on the way, so we could be seeing some fast Hellbats. And this could work. Like if Eon is too greedy, like he doesn't have roaches, like he just has queens, they can form a pretty good wall, but if the Hellions slip on in, they can deal a lot of damage.
Ooh, Queen's denying that Banshee out, telling you to leave. Hellbats are here, or the Hellions are here. Are they gonna change it to Hellbats?
Oh, the Queens, they get in position. Oh, they don't. Oh, it's okay.
Oh, they're transforming, but the Queens do get out. The Hellbats are ready. They're gonna go boom with their flames. The Banshee is shooting at the Queens as well. Transfuses are being used. There's not much detection. Spore cards are in the middle line, so that Banshee is still cloaked. 2 Queens have got probably more than 2 Queens, honestly, but there's only 2 Queens left. Transfuses are used up. Oh. Dang, these Hellbats are still alive. They're roasting and toasting, and they're boasting. I'm trying to rhyme, but I can't.
Oh god, no! 15 drones go down even more. The Queen's gonna go down, and sure, eventually the Muta's gonna pop out and clean everything up, but oh my god, that was too much damage.
Gracious, more drones going down. 17 drones, and the last Queen? Nah. Very close, though. Very close.
Oh my god.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
That Bash should just go in and snipe that Queen.
It could.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Just dive
Get in there. Who cares about your life? Just get in there. Sacrifice for the greater good.
Oh my god, we'll see. We'll see if the Queen is able to survive to the end of the game. Meanwhile, the Mutas, they come in, but because they got scouted earlier, like there's a missile turret in position. We got Bio on the way. Stim is done as well.
That was. How is this guy getting so much value out of Hellions? I don't understand. Like, what?
You know what? You know what? He just does it. He just does it, mate.
Homie, what?
This entire like day today, like in his TBZs, like his harassment has been on point. Whether it's been with Hellions or like Marine drops as well, FoxeR, he's been on point. And like even this game, like defensively, he's pretty solid. He was able to scout the mutas early enough. Like they haven't really been able to do anything. To be fair, EON, like he does have a 4th base behind this, but like he's behind in workers. Like he's still trying to catch up.
Yeah. Just popping down his Baneling nest. Like his Banelings are, like, you know, they're late, right? But he didn't really need them like quite yet. I mean, he should have had them. I mean, to be fair, Hellbats were coming, but
yeah,
you know, that's fine and all. But yeah, like both players are just like, you know, macroing up, stabilizing. Mines are, we're gonna be playing Bind, it looks like, versus Lingbane Muta. 5 more mutas are being made, so it's gonna be a fun time for EON.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Lingbane Muta has been a little bit more popular nowadays, especially Muta play in general has been really on the rise. But as you were saying, like, you know, Baneling speed isn't done. I don't think, okay, we do have 2 Evos, but still no upgrades at all for EON, despite having two Evos. So yeah, he's gonna be really behind in that respect. Oh no, he's losing mutas.
Oh, 3 mutas going down right away. These mutas are too precious. You can't lose them like that. You need them around to pick off medevacs whenever you can.
This is another muta, and as they're so important just because like EON, he's still behind in the worker count. Like he can't afford really to lose them. And the Winter Mines.
Oh, pretty decent hits, but not enough to get. I mean, rather have those hits on those Banelings, but there was pretty decent splits from FoxeR. There's not too many Banelings and Zerglings still here. Probably enough to finish this. Baneling speed does finish up, and I think that's gonna be enough for FoxeR to back away.
Oh, interesting. The mines, they reset immediately. He picks them up and he's looking to go for like a Widowmine drop. Wow, I love how aggressive he's being right now. He could totally like go back and be defensive with them, you know, and wait for that counterattack. But instead, he immediately picks up, he's looking to get into that mineral line, and there's not much here.
Is it drop? Where will it go? How are they gonna clear it out? 5 drones do go down, and they're just gonna sit there.
Oh, they are gonna sit there. Meanwhile, the main army is pushing on in, and there's not that many Banelings here. So with some decent Widowmine hits, like, oh god, the army of EON, it's looking so vulnerable right now. Still no upgrades done.
Here comes the Banelings. Oh, that was a good hit. Majority of the Banelings do go down. There's only 3 left, and yo, GG. Wow.
GG FoxeR with the 2-0 over his next Zerg opponent. Wow.
Dang, son. All right, you know. FoxeR, our second semifinalist, make it through. Silky, our first semifinalist on the bottom side of the bracket. I mean,
Silky just,
is that really surprising?
He's just blazing his way through. Honestly, I would love to have seen like a Silky versus FoxeR matchup. I say this every time I manage to cast Silky. I think most people would agree that he's probably the best Zerg player in all of America. I say America, not North America, because obviously if you say that, like, you have to include Scarlet in on that, and it's hard to say.
I was gonna say, like,
yeah. I mean, I'm not including Canada. I'm not including Canada here.
I got you. I understand.
Yeah. So yeah, I would have loved to have seen how they shape up, but FoxeR, he's gonna have to try and advance through the semis to do that, and he's got a Protoss player waiting for him. One of 2.